What's up, class? Evans here. I'm going to show you how to make your parts on Onshape. It's different than what I'm used to, so I have two methods for you that you can try. So I took this design that I shared with you, and I made the 5 parts. Now, what I did originally is I made the 5 parts, and this one right here, because I'm learning how to do assembly. I made the 5 parts, like here's my green part, and I made them in separate files. And then if you noticed in the bottom, there's a button that says assembly. So then I had to bring in each part here. I'm used to where the assembly is a separate file, not in connection to the part file. So that was different for me. So and I had to make it was a little bit different. It took a little bit longer to do it this way, but I kind of prefer to have the parts separate. But there is another way that you can approach this, and you can make all your parts in one thing. And see how they're all separate colors? I didn't color them that way. As soon as I made an extrude that wasn't connected to an existing extrude, it gave it a different color and called it a different part name here, like subcategories. And then when we go to assemble them, and I press insert, they're already here as separate existing parts. That's totally new to me. For the other version, when I made them as separate files, and I go to assembly to insert them, I had to go to other documents and then open up my individual parts. And in fact, when I would open it up, it told me I had to create a separate version. So you can do this in two different ways. You can make them a separate parts list, which is what I'm completely used to, or you can do all your extrusions on one. However you see it best to kind of organize your thinking. I prefer to have them as separate part files, but maybe it just makes sense to make them all in one part file. I don't know. Whatever you want to do. And I suggest you give it some sort of name that makes sense. So I put PC for puzzle cube, and then I put each color. But if you're going to do one, then I guess just call it puzzle cube. Don't forget to put your class period and initials at the end. And in case you didn't catch it earlier, in order to color these parts, it's real easy. You come down here to, Part Studio. Make sure you're in the right one. And then I've got part 1 here. I'm going to right click it and go to edit appearance. I noticed that on mine here on the desktop, it gives me color choices like this that I can choose. Actually, I think I'll make it a little bit brighter like that. Yeah, maybe a little bit darker. But I noticed on my iPad that when I would do it, it would give me like a color wheel. So either way, it gives you, or maybe it looks like this, something like that. Anyways, there's a couple of different ways that you can choose the colors that you want. So you have a lot of control on that. So you're making your 5 parts, whether you make 5 individual parts or 5 parts on one page. Don't forget to color them to the colors that you have turned in already. And then I'll have another video later showing you how to assemble everything together. And if you need any help, make sure to ask in Zoom, or you can contact me with Remind outside of class, or jump over to my Zoom after 4:15 when my last class gets out at Kano. So, and you could catch me there if you have any questions. All right, thank you. Bye.